It's Ken the Metal Professor, and it's time for the occasional entry of the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program following Mostly Metal here on WVLP 103.1 FM in Valparaiso, Indiana. Mostly Metal, 2 hours of heavy metal, airs Wednesday night at 10 p.m. and Sunday night at 8 p.m. And occasionally, I have the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program right afterwards. And usually, whatever episode aired Wednesday night with Mostly Metal is replayed on Sunday night, just like Mostly Metal is. This time is a little bit different. If you're a regular listener, either here on the radio or on YouTube, on the Nwiwrap channel, you might have noticed that the last episode of Nwiwrap was only the first half of a show, and that's because the show was so long, I needed to split it into two broadcasts. So instead of an original and a replay this time, you would have heard the first half of Revolution Championship Wrestling's event Do or Die from March 11th in South Bend this past Sunday night. And if all is well with the universe, you should now be listening to me saying this on Wednesday night, March 22nd. Looking at my calendar just to make sure I got my Wednesdays straight. So between Sunday night and Wednesday night, you will have experienced the audio from a full show, compressed into two bite-sized portions rather than one long portion, just to keep each episode under an hour. So normally this doesn't happen, but this was a special occasion, an extra long show, good stuff in it, lots of audio, and so yeah, I split it up like this. And again, you can go to YouTube, listen to both halves of the show. If you're already listening to this on YouTube and you clicked on this one first, you don't have to listen to the first half of the show before you get here, but doesn't hurt, right? So go look for part A of this episode of Nwiwrap. And that's enough from me yapping. It's time to listen to some wrestling. So sit back, imagine you're in the room, and hear the recaps of what went on. The second half of the show is underway. The crowd is kind of getting the point that intermission is over. But it, takes a while. So everybody likes to get up and walk around and chat and visit tables, hit the concession stand. This place is full of regulars. There were some people that said they were here the first time, but lots of regulars, so there's plenty of people to chat with. Sometimes people even talk to me. So this first match of the second half of the show is Unchained Brandon Day versus DeCobra. DeCobra is being social and walking around the ring, looking at people, slapping the mat on the ring apron. Brandon Day is just sitting in a corner on the bottom turnbuckle, staring daggers at DeCobra. Brandon Day and DeCobra having a standoff in the ring after a flurry of moves. A lot of the people in the ring will be vocal and jaw with their opponent, jaw with the crowd, make a lot of noise. Brandon Day is all business. He hasn't made a peep. He's just staring at his opponent and waiting for his chance. DeCobra's getting a little crowd interaction, getting him clapping. And for his trouble, he gets a punch to the gut. DeCobra had 2 shin strikes in a row on Brandon Day. Day had the third one timed pretty good, so when DeCobra swung his leg in to strike Day, Day grabbed it and whipped him around. Just gave him a nice chop. opposite corner, and a chasing elbow to follow. Now Brandon Day wants accolades from the crowd, but they're not giving it to him. For the most part, Brandon Day has been in charge of this match. Lots of big power moves. Slams and forearms. That time they just ran right into each other, both coming off the ropes at full speed. Both men are down. The ref is going to give them up to 10 for one of them to stand up. Well, they're both up to their knees. And I guess the ref, maybe there was a 9 count there when both of them stood up. Oh my gosh. That is Brandon Day's ribcage collapsing after a chop from the Cobra. Well, he returns the favor. Oh, holy cow. That was a lot of pain just to listen to and watch. Now, Cobra unleashes with some strikes and kicks. A chop sends Day down to the mat. Now he's recovered up into the corner, but Cobra has him up in a fireman's carry. Drops him down. Still just a 2 count. Brandon Day just hit Cobra with a ripcord forearm, which sent Cobra right down to the mat, but it kind of exhausted Day, and he's sagging in the corner himself. So he's not taking advantage of it. Both guys are slowly coming to their feet. I feel a crescendo here. Cobra runs into the corner. Day catches him, and now he has him in a arm bar submission hold where Day was dangling over the top rope to the outside, wrenching on Cobra's arm. The ref made him break it. Now Cobra's up on the top turnbuckle. Day is on the turnbuckle. Cobra came to his feet. Day hit Cobra with a flying forearm. And another just 2 count. Good grief. What's a guy got to do to get a pinfall around here? Brandon Day is supposed to be unchained Brandon Day, but he has a chain, and now he's wrapping it around the top turnbuckle because he's had enough. Now he's picking Cobra up like he's going to drag him over to the turnbuckle with the chain wrapped around it. The ref is explaining today, you know, this is not the best idea if you want to continue this match. Cobra's now got Day in the corner opposite of the ring from the turnbuckle with the chain. Irish whip. And Brandon Day just got Irish whipped chest first into his own chain. So he is now chained Brandon Day. Cobra with a leaping punch onto Day, and finally a 3 count. Ref Ray, the national treasure, is getting booed again on his way to the ring. I cannot abide this. Now, I missed an RCW show not last month, maybe it was last month, or the month before. And at that show, the ex-tag team champions, the Fine Ass Guys, imploded. Kip Rude and the Shaman used to be the Fine Ass Guys. They are not anymore.
Who wants to do some cookies?
This match is between them. Kip Rude has the mic. In the meantime, the Shaman snuck up behind Kip Rude from the sound table. Got into the ring. Kip Rude knew somebody was behind him, and he did that kind of Bugs Bunny sheepishly grab behind him to realize somebody was there kind of thing. And now the violence can commence. And the last match was, you know, with a few exceptions, a pretty pure wrestling exhibition. I think this is just going to be a fight. Shaman's already unloaded some punches on Kip Rude. Shaman was clobbering Kip Rude in the corner, and the ref Ray came over to try to break it up. And in a fit of pique, the Shaman turned around and flung Ref Ray to the ground, to the mat. He is now disqualified. Now it's time for what Ryan Anderson called the co-main event. Hobbling Kevin Storm along with Damian Saint, current RCW champion, invited Scotty Young to take him on.
Welcome to the premiere of episode 12 of season 2 of the Dasher League Duo. He is recovering by his agent, Beck Swisher. He was seen at 205 pounds, now residing in Valparaiso, Michigan. Scotty Forever Young! He hails from South Bend, Indiana. He is the owner of RCW. He is the ring and defending RCW heavyweight champion, Kevin Storm!
Kevin Storm still feeling the effects of the attack at the start of the show when he agreed to this match with Scotty Young. Let's hope Damian Saint isn't about to go over 3 on the night. He was a bad luck charm in the first half. His people in his stable losing both of their matches. I'm only reporting it. I'm not rooting for it. Scotty Young's advantage is having Beck Swisher and his shoes in the corner. Those shoes can be distracting. Well, so far Storm is doing okay. took Scotty Young to the mat, and down there the knee isn't going to be as much of a hindrance. Kevin Storm was getting back in the ring from the outside and was interrupted by Beck Swisher talking a little trash. And in the meantime, Scotty Young came over, grabbed Storm's one leg that was already pointed into the ring, gave him a leg whip, corkscrew leg whip into the ring. It was the same leg as he attacked at the start of the show. So I guess now there's double damage to that joint on Kevin Storm. Scotty Young has given at least one more corkscrew leg whip to Kevin Storm's leg. He gave it just a really good hard yank outwards. And he just then draped Storm's ankle over the lower rope, so the leg was a bit elevated, and stomped on the knee from the side. So that leg has to feel like a spaghetti noodle at this point. Storm is up in a corner, still trying to fight his way out. Oh, until Scotty Young slugged him. Now Young has Storm's leg up by the ankle on the rope behind Kevin Storm, and Scotty Young brought his own knee down on the inside of Storm's knee, yanking it off the rope and downwards. This time Young has Storm in a single leg Boston Crab. Storm is face down flat on the mat. Scotty Young has that leg ratcheted up backwards from the lower spine. Damian Saint is doing his best to spur on Kevin Storm. And Storm did drag himself so he could catch a rope and have the ref break the hold. Being the gentleman that he is, Scotty Young did break it. But then he goes right back for the leg. But Storm kicked out of it with his opposite leg. Storm managed some offense. He has Scotty Young down on the mat, and Storm is going up to the top turnbuckle. But Young jumped up and shoved him off, so he lost his balance. Now he's seated on the top turnbuckle. Young has climbed up to get him in position for a big suplex up and over out of the corner. And that was Kevin Storm and Scotty Young both landing. That move doesn't do either guy any favors. Storm barely kicked out of that pinfall. Scotty Young decided it was a good idea to do a little jawing with Kevin Storm, which pissed off Kevin Storm. Now they're trading forearms and fists and elbows until Young kicked Kevin Storm's leg out from under him. He went to grab Storm's leg again, but Storm whipped it around into a pedigree and just dropped Scotty Young on his head. But Young is very close to the rope, and Beck Swisher picks up Scotty Young's outside leg and puts it over the lower rope to break the count. Damian Saint has had enough of this. He's taken off his jacket, taken off his tie, and he is now marching around the outside of the ring at Beck Swisher. and chases him to the back. Scotty Young tries to use the distraction to roll up Kevin Storm, but only got a 2. Kevin Storm speared Young and gets a 3 count. So even with all the shenanigans, Kevin Storm remains RCW heavyweight champion. Damian Saint is relieved, not just for Kevin Storm, but so that his team doesn't just get the big goose egg for the night.
Let's go!
Hey, this is an extra little segment for you guys that wasn't planned, but most of you know, since September of 2021, Damian Saint has had my back through thick and thin. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is Damian Saint's last night with RCW for a while. Hey, I'm just as sad as the rest of you guys, but it was one thing RCW believes, and I believe family comes first. So Damian, whenever you get the green light, family life is square, give me a call, my friend.
As Ryan Anderson reads off the results of the 50-50 raffle, staff are getting ready for the South Bend street fight about to take place as the main event between Brutus Dillon and Bacchus. They've brought to the ring a stack of chairs, a door, a garbage can lid, of course. Hopefully the action stays far away from my table. Ryan Anderson was announcing the entrance from over by the sound table. He was not coming close to the ring. Bacchus entered the ring at his regular pace, slow and deliberate. Brutus Dillon just charged the ring, dove in, and speared Bacchus through a table right there immediately. And the fight has already left the ring. Fortunately, it's moved into the crowd on the opposite side of the ring from me.
Sprint! I've never seen him go that fast!
They're getting a little closer.
You ready to go fight me? Do we want
Well, they're on my side of the ring, but they're still by the ring post. That was a garbage can lid, or a cookie sheet to Bacchus's head. I'm sitting behind my table, and there's a whole other round table between me and where they are at. The setup here is fun. It's a large space. They offer seating in usual rows of loose chairs, but also you can reserve tables. So there's little six tops, 1, 2, 3, there's like 8 to 10 of them that people can reserve. They're numbered, so you know which table's going to be yours. They come with little cups full of pretzel nibs and mints. It's almost like a wedding reception. Bacchus was beating on Brutus Dillon with a kendo stick while I was talking about tables. Bacchus whacked Dillon in the forehead with a cookie sheet. Dillon looked up, said, "Is that all you got?" So Bacchus did it again, and Dillon just fell over. Dillon has grabbed what looked like, a birthday piñata. One of the tables has balloons over it. And he just crashed the pinata over Bacchus's head, and little bitty things flew everywhere. Bacchus hit Dylan in the back with 2 chair shots before I figured out the right combination of record and unpause to get the thing moving again. The crash you heard was a 3rd chair to the head. Bacchus now has 2 chairs set up in the ring, opened up back to back. Came off the ropes at Dylan, but Dylan just caught him in the air and spinned him around for a slam right on the mat for a 2 count. That seems kind of uninspired, just to slam him to the mat when there is a table, 2 tables laying face down in the mat, and also 2 upright chairs in the ring. Bacchus got Dylan with a drop kick. Dylan went backwards into the ropes. And now he has his arms tangled up in between the 2 top ropes. Bacchus picked up a piece of the door that he went through earlier in the match. Hit Dylan in the head with it twice until it splintered. Brutus Dillon's going to need some Tylenol tonight. Maybe an MRI just to be safe. You are listening to the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program on WVLP 103.1 FM in Valparaiso, Indiana. Bacchus just sent Dylan face forward into the 2 chairs that he had set upright. Earlier in the show, Unchained Brandon Day had brought a chain to the ring and wrapped it around a turnbuckle and left it there when he went to the back, and I believe that chain has now made an appearance courtesy of Bacchus. He reached under the ring and pulled it out, set it in the ring. He also has a crowbar. Now you might think that's silly. Why would there be a crowbar under a wrestling ring? But that one actually has a purpose, because sometimes you need extra leverage to unscrew the corners of the turnbuckles. So of all the stuff that gets pulled out from under rings here for matches like this, a crowbar actually makes sense. Chairs? Not so much. Well, not chairs. Chairs are fine, but doors. No. And Bacchus has given up on the crowbar. Picked up a big table. Why am I keep saying tables and chairs when I mean door? Picked up the big white door. It's painted white, no doorknob in it. Fresh from Home Depot, I suppose. Now it's set up in the corner closest to me, so now I can't see anything going on in the ring because they're standing away from the door. So there's me, there's the ring post, the door standing up in the corner, and then the 2 men in the ring on the opposite side of the door from me. So I'm not going to know what's happening until somebody comes crashing through that door. Oh, I can see 2 legs in the air out the side of the door. There we go. And that was Backus coming through the door. Dylan took the 2 steel chairs, opened them up, set them facing each other about 6 feet apart, maybe 8 feet apart. 8 feet is the height of a door. So now we have the door crisscross across the 2 chairs. Ref Ray was actually helping. Brutus Dillon has come out of the ring sluggishly. And he's found his bag of thumbtacks. That's like the concussion protocol. If you can remember where your bag of thumbtacks is, you're still okay. Now, if you can untie the bag of thumbtacks, you're definitely okay. So Brutus is all right. He is spilling those thumbtacks all over that chair, all over that table that's suspended between the chairs. There's no ladders in this match, though. Tables, chairs, and chairs. Now Brutus Dillon has Backus up like he's going to give him a choke slam, but Backus kneed out of it. Now Backus has Brutus Dillon ready for a choke slam, but Dillon is elbowing his way out of that. This time Backus picked up Brutus Dillon and slammed him through the table, picked up his entire body weight. But Dillon kicked out. Backus is not happy. Brutus Dillon forgot the golden rule in wrestling. He who sets it up goes through it. Now Backus has the chain. Wrapping the chain around his left forearm. His left upper arm. He's got it all the way around. Going up to the top turnbuckle from the outside, facing into the ring on that top turnbuckle. Chain around the left arm. Brutus Dillon's about 2/3 of the way across the ring. Still laying on that broken table. And Backus with an elbow drop on top of Dillon. Dillon kicked out of that too. Backus is all about the chairs. Now he's put 2 chairs on top of Dillon, a broken piece of door, another broken piece of door. What's he got now? Garbage can lid, crowbar. Garbage can. Oh, that rolled off. Chair. Garbage can back up. And that's going to roll off. Why isn't Ref Ray helping Backus with all this plunder? He helped Brutus Dillon. Okay. Backus has asked him to hold the garbage can up on top of the pile. And the garbage can rolled off again. Ref Ray is trying his best to figure out where to put that table so it doesn't roll off. Dillon's just laying there politely. Here comes Tony Thunder out from the back. He sprays mist at Backus. Rolls Backus into the ring. Well, that's a shame that Backus spent all that time putting everything on top of Brutus Dillon. Tony Thunder with a shining wizard, I think, of Backus. And now he's undoing all of Backus's hard work, and Brutus Dillon has erupted from underneath the rubble. The trunk top has come down. Choke slam up. Backus. There still were a lot of thumbtacks laying all over there. And Brutus Dillon takes this one. I am glad I am not in the cleanup crew after this. This has been RCW Do or Die from the Goodson Event Center on Saturday, March 11th in South Bend, Indiana. I'm Ken, the Metal Professor. Thanks for listening to the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program on WVLP 103.1 FM in Valparaiso, Indiana. I'm not sure what show I'll get to next. Perhaps the RCW 13th anniversary back here at the Goodson Event Center on April 15th. Or maybe something else in the meantime. Listen to Mostly Metal and WVLP Wednesday night, Sunday night. Check the WVLP webpage for good schedule information for these shows and others.